We got, could Sanguinius have beaten Horus? I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. I think so. Shout out to Majorkill, man, for this video. Let's go to it. Let's go.
One of the most climactic moments in all of Warhammer 40k is when Sanguinius and Horus had their final showdown, with Horus ruthlessly beating our Golden Hawkboy to death in one of the most horrific scenes in the entire heresy. Although Sanguinius put up a good showing, even beating Horus in his base form.
Because, like, wait, didn't Horus, didn't he have to eat, like, didn't he, like, activate, like, 4 sensu beans? Like, bro, didn't he, like, because let's keep it real for what it is. I'm pretty sure Sanguinius was giving him the beats at first, and then, like, Horus, obviously, he didn't want to use, like, the Chaos Power Wife, while finding, like, one of his most, like, beloved brothers. So, obviously, he tried to run the fair one at first, but then he was losing because he can't fight. I tell people this all the time. Bro had no skill whatsoever. He had no fighting skill. He had no hands. All he had was power. He was literally a bum. And, like, I mean that in the most respectful way possible. He was literally a bum, bro. No hands. A lot of y'all in the comments would be like, oh, no, Horus, he had hands. He was skilled. No, he wasn't. Bro, because he was literally losing to Sanguinius, bro, during the fair one. He didn't start winning until obviously he started, like, letting the power, like, take over him, whatever, from all 4 chaos gods destroying his guts. Like, that's what happened.
Horus went Super Saiyan, it was a painfully one-sided fight.
See?
With Sanguinius not even doing any genuine damage. Like, the lore that states Sanguinius left a chink in Horus's armor for the Emperor to exploit is completely false. The Emperor had to also cast off his emotions by this point, and didn't even react to seeing Sanguinius' corpse. So you could argue that the fight was pointless and Sanguinius died for nothing. So that begs the question, did Sanguinius even have a chance of beating Horus? Was there any reality where he could have won, or at least had more... The fuck is calling me?
They?
Mate, I'm recording, what do you want?
Can I please come in for 1 second, bro, please?
Dude, I'm filming, come on.
I've got 3 minis to give to your audience.
Alright, come in, make it quick.
Now, y'all, hold up, y'all. Now, here's the thing, real quick. Now, usually we would skip the ad, but since it's a newer video and since Majorkill's our dog, we're gonna let it play.
Dude, I want to give free minis to everyone.
Minis are not free, they're never free.
No, I'm serious, trust me, watch this.
Can I get one? Can I get one, yo?
So this month at Dice Dioramas, we're giving everyone from Silver and above a free Major Mini. We're also chucking in a Dice Diorama membership badge. Silver gets the Space Elf Longlooker. Gold gets Ra the Golden Sun. Diamond gets a King Orc. Emerald, for the true war gamers, will get a carry case with your emblem badge and...
I get my own briefcase with it? Oh, let me get one. Oh, I want one. Me.
And Mythic, the currently discontinued True Scale King Orc. Insane value for anyone wanting to...
Is this like his cousin or something like that?
Diorama member this month. All right, I'll give you back to Riley now.
So we're not going to tell them about the double entries?
Nah, I think they can just figure it out.
Alright, fair enough. Now get the fuck out of here.
Thanks,
I've got a video to make. Yep, guys, Dice Dioramas, do a double entries, give away a free Major Mini. We're even giving away the 1/6 scale Abaddon, not that anyone cares about that by this point. Your link will be below to sign up and join Dice now.
I bet.
Today we'll go over what if Sanguinius...
Hey, I want one, yo. Yo, I want one. Let me get one.
Chance against his wayward brother.
Let's go.
Just meant dealing a genuine wound.
That was good ad, bro.
Well, let's get into
it. That was a good ad.
Destiny is a fickle thing in 40k. Fate and fortune are factors in the setting. Big factors. Many people can see the future. However, it is not a definite thing and fate changes all the time. Often...
Let me just say this real quick. Yo, he looks so icy, bro. Yo, Sanguinius, yo, one thing that I will never take from you, bro, like, you had the skill or whatever, like, you could fight, but, like, bro, you had that fashion on, bro. You really had it on you, bro. Respectfully, with your thick thighs. Hey, pause. Pause. Hey. Pause, yo. Pause. I'm playing. Pause. But listen, though. Real life. He had it on him, bro. This is fashion. Also, y'all, I'm pretty sure there's like a new game raids compilation. So today's gonna be 3 videos. I'm gonna upload 3 videos today because there's a gaming raids compilation. But like, yo, Sanguinius, bro, he had it on him, bro. Respectfully, he had it on him.
I'm trying to follow prophecy.
Look at this, yo. Look at the fashion.
Ignoring it. Sanguinius had one of the most powerful foresights, which was also a massive curse, as his #1 vision was that of his own death at the hands of Horus.
Oh,
he would have
wow.
witnessed himself being killed by Horus hundreds of times, with other future seers also witnessing a similar fate for him. Sanguinius actually used this knowledge of his death to do some extremely reckless things, such as take on titans and constantly one-man army that shit. He was a near unstoppable god during the heresy. I honestly don't think any single warrior would have a higher kill count than he did. Now here's where it gets interesting. In one of Sanguinius' many shitty visions of him getting clapped, he actually managed to reverse Horus's attack and kill his brother instead. It was only in one, but it did imply that there was a very slim chance that he could indeed beat his brother. Now, was this just chaos taunting Sanguinius? Maybe, wouldn't be the first time, but there was indeed hope. There also were a few other implications that Sanguinius had a genuine shot at killing Horus. For example, when Angron and Sanguinius were fighting, Angron heard Horus psychically screaming in his ear to kill Sanguinius, almost like begging, as if there was genuine fear in his voice. Angron actually remarked that he found Horus pathetic in that moment, just before Sanguinius tore Angron's brains out. Sanguinius also believed he had found a loophole in the destined death. See, time on Terra had stopped, the warp had suffused everything.
Or maybe, or like the way I look at it is, maybe, Horus didn't even want to fight his brother in the first place. Not just because, not because, like, he's scared or whatever, but, like, because, like, I mean, nobody wants to fight their brother at the end of the day. Like, I don't think, brothers wake up and instantly just want to fight each other. Like, obviously, like, they're at, like, their grown age. Obviously, if you have little brothers or whatever, or if you guys are little, then sure, y'all want to wake up and, like, fight each other and wrestle each other. But, like, as you guys get older, like, bro, nobody wants to fight their siblings when, when they get older. So, at the end of the day, I mean, I can get it from that point of view, but, like, let's keep it real for what it is, bro. Horus, like I said before, like, he has no combo, no hands whatsoever. So, I could see if Horus was, like, a little bit scared because, like, Sanguinius was, he was going crazy and packing everybody up, like,
much that it was constantly the same day, and the day refused to end. Sanguinius believed that this may actually have worked to his advantage. If it was his destiny to die one day, but the day never ended, then the destiny could not be fulfilled. I don't know the logic behind it, sounds a bit whack, but Sanguinius genuinely believed that it implied he could kill his brother or defy fate or whatever. Like, the dude seemed really confident. He was busting his balls, ignoring the agony of his wounds, ripping through Horus's army to desperately reach his brother. He didn't care about waiting for the Emperor or Rogal or anyone. He was desperate to have that 1v1. He had become infatuated with the idea of defying fate, so much so that it definitely clouded his better judgment. Now, there is another thing to consider here. Sanguinius was in absolutely terrible shape when he fought Horus. He had been fighting for the entire siege of Terra and was beyond exhausted. He had just fought Kabunda, one of Khorne's greatest demons, then immediately fought Angron, who was considered unstoppable.
Bro, Sanguinius was going crazy with it. He was going crazy. Bro, he was fighting people from people to people. Bro, he didn't get no breaks, no nothing. Bro, he didn't get no Gatorade breaks, no anything.
Suffered a mortal wound from Angron during the fight, which just wasn't healing. Like, it was even stated in the lore that he was most likely actually dying from that wound, and it was constantly bothering him. To reach Horus, Sanguinius had to even abandon the Spear of Telesto, which is definitely the more powerful of the two weapons he wields. After all, it can shoot fucking laser beams, which smite evil. So you have an exhausted, mortally wounded dude with damaged armor, missing his primary weapon, about to go up against a fresh, chaos-empowered demigod. Like, fuck, man. Even despite that, when they first clashed, Horus didn't use his god-given power and wanted to fight his brother as a Primarch, not a demigod. This is because Horus wanted to corrupt Sanguinius to his side, and he thought that appearing as the brother Sanguinius knew would help with that. However, Sanguinius was significantly more powerful than Horus expected, and
Sanguinius, bro, he was in a hyperbolic time rainbow, bro. Like, bro, like, I tell y'all all the time, bro, this man Sanguinius was literally packing everybody up, bro. He's like, bro, he's legit like the best fighter out of everybody. He's packing everybody up. Horus talking about I want to get him on my side. Why do y'all think Horus want to get Sanguinius on his side? Because he's him. Am I wrong? Yo, if I'm that much more powerful than somebody, right? Like, if I have power like Horus, right? Well, it's not his power, it's the chaos power, but whatever. If I got power like Horus, bro, but then I lessen my power. I don't know how to, like, put it into words, whatever. But, like, I lessen my power just to try to fight my brother, just so I can convince him to be on my squad. Bro, that says something. That means something. That means, bro, I want you on my squad. Like, bro, you are literally him. You're legit, like, going crazy and knocking out demons and just killing everybody. That I want you on my squad. Like, it physically hurts me to see you fighting on the good side. It hurts.
Sanguinius was talking mad shit during the fight, and Horus also sensed the Emperor approaching. So after Sanguinius beat Horus and went for the killing strike, Horus went god mode and ended the fight pretty quickly.
You heard what he just said? Look, listen to what he just said, yo. Look.
Expected. And Sanguinius was talking mad shit during the fight.
Talking ish! Bro, you know somebody's wrong? Let me tell y'all something. I know we've all been in that situation, bro, where we've all played, like, a video game against, like, our cousin or, like, our friend or whatever. And, like, bro, they're talking that ish while they're beating you. Like, bro, they will be playing while looking at you talking ish. You're like, bro, how are they doing that, bro? All of a sudden, you crying, you getting emotional, you want to crash out, you want to beat them up, whatever. But we've all been in situations like that, and I'm pretty sure we've done that to other people as well. At the end of the day, bro, Sanguinius, he was him, bro. With the knuckles, Sanguinius was him. With the knuckles, Sanguinius was him. He was talking ish while throwing combos. Horus was like, oh, nah, bro. GG's. And the Emperor's on his way. Oh, yeah, GG's. I gotta... Bro activated takeover. He pressed R3. It was over with, bro. It was over with. He had to use his sentinel beams. He had to activate his power. Cause on like a regular what is it, like Goku versus Vegeta base form battle, bro? Like Sanguinius got it.
Horus also sensed the Emperor approaching. So after Sanguinius beat Horus and went for the killing strike, Horus went God mode and
take over
quickly. I mean, even when he was in God mode, Sanguinius still managed to dodge a few of the attacks, surprising Horus. But it was a painfully short fight with a short but excruciating death for Sanguinius. Now, as a side note, people are really adamant that without Sanguinius' sacrifice, the Emperor would not have defeated Horus. And this is me now genuinely asking you guys in the comments for source and proof here. Because while I know old lore said Sanguinius created a chink in the armor that the Emperor exploited, the end and the death straight up didn't include that. Sanguinius did not wound Horus, he did not breach his armor, the Emperor did not draw emotional strength from Sanguinius' death. In fact, the Emperor tried to force Sanguinius to stay on Terra while he faced Horus. I
didn't even know that.
Sanguinius' death. In fact, the Emperor tried to force Sanguinius to stay on Terra while he faced Horus.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Okay. So yeah, if that's the case, I mean, it sounds like Sanguinius wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. That's what it sounds like. Because if the Emperor wanted him on Terra, then that means that he wasn't supposed to be there. And then, obviously the Emperor came back, he's in like a whole fourth dimension power-wise. He looked at Sanguinius on the ground, bleeding out, dead, and he just had no emotion or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Like,
he wouldn't have done it if he knew Sanguinius was the key to beating Horus. Like I've said, Sanguinius' death seemed pretty pointless before in terms of pure strategic value for the Imperium, and a bunch of people got butthurt about it. Yes, I know him facing his death was a huge part of his character, and you could argue that his death unleashing the Black Rage within the Blood Angels was a huge asset for the Loyalists as it allowed them to basically rip through the traitors and turn the tide, but as far as I know, the outcome of the Emperor v Horus fight would have been the same if Sanguinius stayed on Terra. I'm happy for you guys to debate me in the comments on that one, but make sure you use up-to-date sourcing.
Let me see.
On Terra. I'm happy for you guys to debate me in the comments. The outcome of the Emperor v Horus fight would have been the same if Sanguinius stayed on Terra.
You know what? With little Warhammer knowledge that I know, I mean, I think Majorkill is right here, bro. Like, no matter what, Horus still had all four Chaos Gods just blowing his back out. Like, he still had all four Chaos Gods inside of him. To the point to where, like, no matter what, but like it just didn't matter. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. It just didn't matter. I feel like the big argument that I'm seeing nowadays is I'm seeing a lot of people say, oh, like was Sanguinius' death, like, was it like a sacrifice? Da da da. I think that's like the big argument. I don't think many people are arguing that could like Sanguinius beat Horus or whatever. I feel like obviously like on like a regular, like, like no added powers or nothing, I got Sanguinius going crazy on him. But with who Horus was and like with what power that he had, obviously, bro, like Sanguinius was never gonna win that at all. And then Sanguinius even had the vision that he was gonna lose to Horus, so like it was done data right there.
Happy for you guys to debate me in the comments on that one, but make sure you use up-to-date sourcing, not shit from 10 years ago that has been retconned. Anyway.
Hey, I know Majorkill, bro, be getting the most annoying comments of all time, bro.
Sidetracked. What if Sanguinius came to that fight with Horus fresh, not injured, armored, immaculate, and with his spear and sword, but still also burning with the desire to slay Horus and to defy fate? How would that have gone down? Well, Horus would have still maintained his Primarch form for the initial fight, however Sanguinius would be even more brutal. In the cannon fight, Sanguinius was so fast that he could fly up, dive bomb Horus, strike him, evade Horus's counterswing, and then fly away and rinse and repeat.
Oh no, hold up, y'all. Wait, so when he said he can fly up, dive bomb, hit bro, evade his counter. Hey, I can't lie to y'all, bro. Bro, if Horus didn't have his chaos power, bro, bro would have been packed up immediately. He would have been packed up immediately. If Horus didn't have his chaos power, GG's. Y'all cannot sit there and admit that Horus versus Sanguinius on a normal level without any added power, that Horus would win. There's no way. There's literally no way, bro.
Fresh and unwounded, he would be even faster, able to strike harder, more frequently, and even get in more blows per strike. Having the spear would make each dive bomb more deadly, and he would even be able to laser beam Horus in between dive bombs. It would really fuck Horus up. Now in their cannon fight, although Horus was holding back by not going God mode, he was not holding back in his Primarch form. If anything, it was still a Chaos-empowered Primarch form. Sanguinius was just genuinely outclassing him. In this theoretical instance, one of two things will happen. Either Sanguinius is able to speed blitz Horus so quickly and take Horus by such massive surprise that he is able to kill him before he goes God mode, which I find unlikely, or Horus powers up earlier than in canon. Perhaps instead of going full God mode, Horus just allows more and more power to creep into him until he can match Sanguinius. In canon, the main reason why Horus went God mode and killed Sanguinius was because the Emperor was close. He was trying to turn Sangi up until the last moment he could.
Yeah.
And while Sanguinius would put up an epic show, I just don't see how he could beat God mode Horus, even if he was at full strength. When the Emperor and Horus fought, they battled on multiple planes of existence simultaneously.
See, like, bro, like that. Like, didn't they, I was really about to say that. Didn't they battle on, like, 20 different dimensions? Y'all know, like, that one fight, the Gogeta versus Broly in the Broly movie? How they was, like, breaking time and breaking space and they fight and stuff like that? Like, they had, like, all colorful different type of... Bro, like, that's literally what, like, Horus and the Emperor was doing. So, at the end of the day, like, bro, Sanguinius was him, but, like, Horus with this chaos power, bro, he had all 4 chaos gods in his butt going crazy. Pause, but that's literally what he had. He had all 4 chaos gods just destroying his spine, bro. And at the end of the day, I mean, that's just, it's a power difference. I mean, yes, Sanguinius, I think, is the better fighter, bro. But, like, let's keep it real for what it is. There's no way in any type of universe or whatever, bro, unless Sanguinius had, like, the power of the Emperor and, like, you know, 20 other Emperors. Okay, cool. But, like, bro, it was just Sanguinius by himself. That was it. And I'm not saying that the fight was fair. No, of course the fight wasn't fair. Like, bro, Horus, like I said, whenever Horus had no power, well, not whenever he didn't have any power, but whenever he was trying to fight Sanguinius on, like, some, like, you know, calm, like, 1v1, no added power, like, type-ish, he was losing. But whenever he activated R3, whenever he activated Takeover, like in 2K, whenever he pressed R3, it was over.
Time and space, using metaphors and symbolism as weapons. Now Horus could still be physically attacked and hurt, as evident by John Grammaticus knocking him on his ass using an Annuncia, or the Emperor bashing in his brains with the crown. And Sanguinius would probably still be able to land a few hits, but even hectic wounds Horus would quickly regenerate from. Like, the Emperor fucked up Horus multiple times in their fight, as I mentioned, even smashing his brains out, and it only took seconds for Horus to heal from those. So even if Sanguinius clutches a hectic spear through chest, sword through face attack on God mode Horus would simply heal. The only thing that could kill Horus was the special Athame knife that Alanius gave to the Emperor. Let's go one step further. Let's say that when Horus goes God mode and starts outclassing Sanguinius says, fuck it, and goes full Black Rage mode, becoming the monster he'd always kept at bay, drawing in all the darkness of his legion into his mortal shell. In this theoretical, can Sanguinius win? Well, look, I'm not Jimmy Workshop, however, when a Blood Angel falls to the Black Rage, they genuinely become multiple times more powerful at the cost of their sanity and strategic sense. For Sanguinius, this would be even further boosted. He would launch himself at Horus with so much intensity, power, and rage that even Horus would be taken aback. He would rip, bite, tear, and claw at his brother, ripping off chunks of flesh and armor and doing a lot of damage to Horus's mortal shell. However, Horus would recover and would slay his brother. There is just no way around it, I'm afraid. God mode Horus was on an entirely different playing field. However, in this circumstance, at least his mortal shell would have taken some damage, which, although he would heal from, may slow him down slightly when he had to face the Emperor. It's sad to say, but there genuinely wasn't a situation where Sanguinius could have genuinely beaten and killed Horus.
It was GG's.
To surprise him at the start and kill him.
It was GG's from the jump. I mean, I respect Sanguinius for fighting. I don't think there's any, like, circumstance where, especially since Sanguinius actually saw it before it actually happened, bro. Like, then I think it's called foresight, because, like, you can see the future or whatever. Bro, like, if Sanguinius saw it, then, I mean, like, it was over with from the jump. It was GG's, like, and at the end of the day, like, bro, if I'm Sanguinius, bro, I'm taking a couple perks. Yo, I'm taking a couple painkillers. Bro, I'm doing all I can, even though I know that, hey, like, I will die. But at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna give it the best I can. I feel like, you know, Sanguinius gave it the best he could. Obviously, whenever, you know, Horus pressed R3 and activated takeover, you know, the battle was a straight, like, it was a landslide. I respected Sanguinius even fought. You know, like that's. I'm sorry, bro. That's real nigga activities, bro. For real. So I respect that. Like,
Horus could activate God mode.
Hey, at least he didn't duck a fade. At least he didn't run away. At least he didn't duck a fade. You know, he ran a fade. I mean, he was winning until bro started cheating. I mean, it is what it is.
Happened, it would be like a Dark Souls boss fight with a second phase as opposed to a genuine kill. Horus was way more powerful than anyone predicted he would be. People in the lore were expecting a powerful Primarch on warp juice, kind of like what Guilliman and Russ faced when they dueled. A powerful but overall beatable Horus, a Horus that maybe 2 or 3 loyalist Primarchs could take down, or a Horus that Sanguinius may be able to slay and that the Emperor would certainly be able to slay. However, as soon as the Emperor and his men teleported on board the Vengeful Spirit, it became clear Horus was way beyond expectations. The Emperor wasn't planning on becoming the Dark King, he started doing it as a desperate last-ditch response to sensing how powerful Horus had become. In Sanguinius' visions, he didn't see some God mode Horus kill him, he saw his Primarch brother Horus kill him, so that was what he was going off. Horus deliberately obscured his power by giving himself dementia so that he was unreadable, and also he didn't take to the field most of the heresy, alongside the fact that most of Horus's power only manifested during the later parts of the Siege of Terror, when chaos was flooding the Sol system. R.I.P. Sanguinius, you were a glorious golden retard. If you enjoyed the video...
Oh my god. Shout out to Majorkill, man, for this video. Hey, man, bro, rest in peace to Sanguinius, man. I actually hope they can actually somehow, some way bring him back. Comment down below. What do you guys think about this video? I'm sorry, I'm out. Peace out, everybody.